And welcome back live from Seattle, Washington. It's the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Championship 2024 qualifier as we get set for the Southwest region. Zap was our winner for the Southeast that just got done taking place. Don't forget, if you want to join in and you're in the Northeast or the Northwest, you can still sign up to join the competition for an opportunity for an invite to the championships on August 25th. Make sure that you go to battlefy.com/Super Smash Bros. 2024. With that being said, I'm Jordan Kent. He's EE, and we've got Charles on the other side as we get set for a lot of excitement here with the Southwest region. And again, the theme seems to be, gentlemen, the character diversification. We have not seen any two of our 8 fighters here today choose the same character.
I personally love that. You have a roster of over 80 characters. Pick a couple different ones. You don't all need to come through in the same outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I go to a party. I want to be uniquely me, and I like the fact that these players are uniquely them, and it's working out to be very entertaining.
And, Charles, it leads to a lot of cross matchups, some counter picks. It brings a lot of excitement as we go through these rounds here as well.
Yeah, we've seen already a bunch of different counter picks and a lot of players just sticking out with the characters they really like to play in tournaments, so it's really fun. And we got a whole new set of characters coming into this bracket as well. Really exciting characters.
Let's go ahead and check out our representatives from the Southwest. You have Lisa, Fire, Shu, and Teapot. Lisa going to specialize with Joker, Shu, Zero Suit Samus, Fire with Fox, and Teapot with Terry. And Charles, Little Bird told me that you main Fox, and so what can you tell us about the playstyle that we're going to see after we watched essentially 3 grapplers go at it?
Fox is just going to be a character with many hitboxes, many combos, and it's always a good time playing Fox, but not going to have the most fun off stage. Little guy can struggle out there.
And EE, you feel like Shu might be the favorite coming into this.
Oh, Shu, she's an absolute terror, man. Like, I get an opportunity to actually watch her compete at other competitive tournaments too, and she always does very well. Always a threat whatever bracket that she does end up pulling out. So I've got a good feeling, and plays Zero Suit Samus as well. One of those characters I just find very entertaining in general. So this bracket is just full of a lot of diversity and a lot of hard-hitting characters.
No surprises, double elimination. We'll go through winners semifinal, winners final, and then we'll go through the loser side of the bracket before we get to grand finals. And so Lisa versus Fire will be our first matchup. There is the Fox and the Joker getting ready to take stage. Blink and you'll miss it because we have 2 of the quickest characters in the game here, Charles.
Oh yeah, both these characters can move very fast, and just watch the offstage as well. Joker, a character that can really punish Fox off stage. We'll see if that even happens though, because Fox can be so dominant on the stage because of the speed, because of how fast and devastating these combos become.
Obviously, if you hit Smash Bros. Ultimate Final in the search bar early on in this game's existence, you saw a lot of Joker matches at that point. Obviously, the balance has changed some things, but Joker's still a very scary character.
Oh, Joker remains in my top 5, and I would say never going anywhere. I think this character is absolutely insane. The ability to get such a strong boost when Arsene is present and allow you to just focus and really corral a lot of options from other characters, I think makes him very devastating. The only drawback, Jordan, I will say the recovery actually feels a little bit weaker, but when you're dominating on a stage like this, does it really matter?
Fox trying to get back on the stage here at this moment. Fire just really doing a fine job of kind of waiting out that Arsene. Didn't get to a huge disadvantage, Charles.
Yeah, once the Arsene is gone, then you don't have to worry about the firepower too much, especially that counter. Oh, but no, not expecting the tech chase scenario. Gets the downer. You're going to have to wait it out, but a great directional air dodge off stage where Fox really can't get you, but the forward smash does connect here for Fire.
Perfectly read by Fire. Takes the first stock. Now the pressure's on Lisa to try and rack up some damage to even this out here a little bit, EE.
Yeah, for sure. And now this is a situation where definitely, okay, if you take enough damage, yeah, you're going to get Arsene, but that's not necessarily the way you want to get Arsene, right? You don't want to take it through a lot of punishment. So let's see, forward throw, nice. Let's see some edge guarding. You got to go out stage. Back here would be great to connect here, and there it is, right on the money, and it's going to initiate that Arsene. But smart of Lisa, or excuse me, of Fire to wait a little bit for those embers to burn.
And that was a huge turnaround right there by Lisa, because now you've got Arsene to start things off when you're at 2 stocks each here, Charles. You've got to make this count if you want to give yourself a little bit of room in this matchup.
Ooh, but misses the follow-up off the down throw, goes for the counter, and this is all the Arsene timer running out here. Great job on Fire kind of timing that one out. And now Fire has the lead already. Now 80% here, gets the reset, but no punish on that air dodge onto the stage here. But Fire still controlling the center, throwing out all of these different hitboxes. Just needs one to connect for a devastating blow.
Right, and EE, this is like rec league basketball right now. A lot of misses back and forth, but eventually someone's going to connect. And so it's Joker that's able to send Fire off the stage, but Fire able to recover right now. Who's going to be the first one to string together a few hits?
Yeah, a lot of back and forth action is really what I'm appreciating about this. And, you know, maybe a little bit of nerves as it is the first game, but both of these characters understand they have high combo potential. Have I seen that utilized to the greatest of extents? Not just yet. Up tilt right there, not going to connect, but the back air again, right on the money. I like the fact that Lisa isn't afraid to take some risks for sure, but you've got to find these openings, especially when Fox is off stage. That is where you're going to be able to eat, and right there, starting to feast.
Fire trying to get back on stage with Fox, using that Firefox. Arsene comes out. Both fighters over 100%. Who's going to connect on that first solid hit? Arsene will certainly help out Lisa. Lisa gets sent to the edge here. Fox trying to go back and forth. Fox able to connect. Not enough. Trying to blast through them off the stage. No luck. Charles, this is getting down to it. Finally, Lisa able to get the KO.
Yeah, many opportunities dropped by both players. A lot of different scrambles, and you can tell the nerves are settling in. That's the thing about playing Smash. It is very fun, and you can be very consistent, but when something's on the line or you're in a tournament, that's when all the nerves start coming out.
Lisa doing a fine job with the 2-1 stock lead, builds up 38% damage against Fire. Fire whiffs on that one, 1-2 connection, gets back onto the stage, but again, read by Lisa, and Lisa starting to rack it up here, EE.
Yeah, that was really good off of that up air, just going to get that regrab really solid. And this is actually such a benefit for Lisa because understanding, okay, gets hit with the back of there, but understanding Fox, at the very least, if all Fox is doing is grabbing you, you're in a pretty good situation. You know what I mean? You can sit in that shield and maintain that lead. Fox isn't going to get any kind of strong options out of throw.
Fox peering over the edge at 100+%. Lisa back throw sends them off the stage. Fox trying to get back on, but connected with the aerial, and Lisa trying to just hunt down that KO, Charles.
Ooh, no tech, and that is a lot of meter coming out from the Rebels guard here. So Lisa having multiple outs, goes for another one, but the Rebels guard, okay, Arsene is going to come out here, but can you make it count? Fox, with these long combo strings, can really just drain the meter just off of hits, but okay, here it is, the rapid jab already draining half the meter there. Great stuff, but you're still at 148%. You really got to make this ledge trap count. Catches the roll, the up air connects. This is looking very doable here for Fire.
Yeah, Arsene and Ofer coming out there, not helping at all, and all of a sudden Fire is starting to even this thing up. Oh, however, huge connection by Lisa. Fire just trying to get back on the stage. Can Lisa read the recovery? Lisa, like a book, gets the victory in this first game, but that was enthralling, EE.
Yeah, that was a really hard-fought victory for Lisa, and good effort by Fire as well. Really, one thing that I really took away from that, Lisa not the greatest at covering those lower recoveries as Fire was coming up at that angle, right? You saw a lot of times little Rebels guard, let me just try and at least boost up my Arsene meter, get him a little bit closer, but sometimes Arsene would be there and wouldn't even make a difference. That's something that Lisa cannot afford to let continue to happen. Arsene has to be the game-breaking mechanic for you.
And that's really going to be the big adjustment for both players coming into this next game here, Charles, is that if you're Lisa, can you make better use of Arsene? And then if you're Fire, we really didn't see too many big hits. And that's not Fox's specialty, but you know this, maining Fox, it takes a lot of skill to hunt out that KO.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I mean, it's just so dangerous letting Fox back onto the stage. Like EE was mentioning, if you can't really cover these low Firefox recoveries, yeah, you're gaining the meter, but you're not getting the stock, right? And we saw Fire almost bring that one back. I mean, in general, if Fox is on point, you're playing a 2 to 3 hit character at, you know, when you're really on point, and you can get all of these combos, all of these tech chases.
All right, we've got 2 squirrels in a bag with these 2 fast characters on a small stage. A lot of contact back and forth, but so far it's a couple of up throws. Followed up nearly to the top of the blast zone, was sniffing it there for a second, EE.
Yeah, I like that attempt right there with the B to maybe catch Fire off guard and get the KO. Didn't work out, but definitely sending a little bit of a message like, yeah, we're on this stage with those shorter blast zones. I'm going to be a little cheeky at times.
Oh, look at you, you well-international man right there. Here we go. Arsene comes out. Can Arsene do anything at this moment? Has really not flexed much muscle until then. Picks up the KO and Lisa out to an early lead, Charles.
Oh, yes, and that Arsene back air has done many things for many players. It's a very powerful move here, and just like that, going to get the first stock here on Lisa's side. Okay, but here is the forward air setting up a lot of percent. Fire does have this ledge trap, tries to get the back air, but Lisa barely avoiding it, getting back on the stage, using the guns to stall. I like that.
Fire, an opportunity to really even things after taking an early KO. Lisa just needs to recover and get back onto stage safely. They do, and now Lisa can try to rack up some bonus damage. 1-2 follow-up, can't get it on the plat. Fox cleans it up. That was huge for Fire.
Yeah, just one too many aggressive options playing around that shield of Fire. Got to understand, Fox, one of the best out of shield options with that up smash. KO potential is through the roof at those kind of percentages. So good stuff to Fire, able to put this back on even footing. But I do like the fact that Lisa, in my opinion, settling in a little bit more, seems a bit more comfortable delivering a lot of these counter routes.
And that's what we're seeing so far, Charles. Lisa just connecting in a few more hits, gets the advantage for moments before Fox can recover. And that's been the difference here on this second stock.
Yeah, playing really safe here, these neutral airs, these back airs. Not a crazy amount of range, but you are going to outrange someone like Fox here that really just wants to close in the gap. Arsene is here. There's the up throw, tries to get the up air to follow up. Another trade back and forth. The counter going to go unpunished, and so much scrambling and moving all towards the center of the stage, but it's the down air into the up smash for Lisa that's going to go ahead and lock in this stock lead.
Oh, Arsene is playing for a contract in this game. Right now has racked up 2 stocks, and now Lisa's in prime positioning to try and take this game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. One of my favorite combinations, the 1-2 punch of that down air up smash when Arsene is on board. It is absolutely devastating, as Fire did find out. Now trailing an entire stock, finds a back air though with some stage control, electing to not get too greedy. But again, I like the fact that Fire is willing to put himself out there. That down smash, clearing it out, and we still got ourselves a heck of a game too.
Fire said, wait just 1 second. Now they're down to their final stock. Don't forget, Lisa can win this game, advance to winners finals. Fire would love to send it to a game 3. Back and forth they go, and right now, neither player here, Charles, able to take control of neutral.
Yeah, there is a percentage lead for Lisa here. The Rebels guard going to get grabbed. Okay, but now Arsene coming out to play, but these up air chains going to do quite a bit of damage to the Meteor. Already half gone, coming up with the aggressive ledge option. Another whiff punish with the dash attack, and this is Arsene looking like it's almost about to run out.
Yeah, Arsene had taken the first 2 stocks. This time going to go home empty. Wait a second. Oh, Arsene at the buzzer takes all 3 stocks and helps Lisa advance to winners finals. That's when you talk about the 6th man of the year,
Lisa literally said, okay, final embers are burning away. Arsene's not going to make another return given like how high percent we're all at. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm just going to throw caution to the wind, and that up smash did connect. Well done from Lisa. You have to be bold to do that, because if that whiffs, Jordan, you're in a situation where you, in fact, could be on the other side and getting KO'd.
Yeah, and Charles, that's what we talked about coming into this game. Could Lisa make better use of Arsene? We saw it taking all 3 stocks when Arsene was present.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the back air early on, right? And especially at the very end there, like E said, the very last embers, great punish. And that Arsene up smash actually hitting behind Joker as well to get that stock. Fox extremely light. And Yoshi's story, that counter pick kind of working against Fire because of those small blast zones. But very well done from Lisa, really utilizing that Arsene game too.
Let's go ahead and check out the bracket. Lisa, the very first fighter to advance to winners final. They will take on the winner of Shu and Teapot, which means we have a matchup of Zero Suit Samus versus Terry that Teapot will be piloting. And Terry, obviously, that's another player that wants, another character that wants to play to their strength as far as what do you see them doing against the speed and mobility of Zero Suit Samus?
Well, you know, Terry, I mean, being a Shoto character, you know, that means fighting game character. You know, you have a lot of combos that you can really utilize. The thing that I would be most concerned about is the fact that Shu, once she knocks you off the stage with ZSS once, I don't know if you're really coming back. Or if you are, you're taking a ton of damage. You're being taxed just for trying to get back to the stage. I think being able to keep the stage control is going to be Teapot's best friend, but Jordan, with a lot of things, it's easier said than done.
It's a ponytail battle as we get set. Zero Suit Samus and Terry matching up right now, and so far it's going to be a question of the recovery for Teapot and Terry. Shu, as we said, the heavy favorite possibly coming in with the nimble Angiles. Zero Suit Samus, and already showing the difference that they can make with their mobility, Charles.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And ZS, I mean, this is just one of those matchups where Zero Suit has all the tools, everything from mobility to punish game to offstage, but can you execute it? Because one little mess up and Terry is going to hit you really, really hard.
Gets hit with the stun, and all of a sudden, Zero Suit Samus has racked up 83%. Terry hasn't even looked comfortable so far, and if you're Terry, what do you have to do in this situation just to try and get a little bit of momentum going here?
Well, you're really trying to open up your offense, right? The problem is because of how agile and evasive ZSS can be, it's something that, you know, doesn't necessarily lend itself to be the easiest thing in the world. Great decision making. That right there, that KO is all because Shu stayed grounded and was patient. Gets the stun gun, stun one time, and you're done. Well done.
So Shu able to follow up, get that quick stock, but Teapot comes back in on their second stock, able to rack up even more damage. But it feels like, again, Shu is just dictating the pace of this here, Charles.
Yeah, and Shu knowing this matchup extremely well in a sense where you really want to get the KO before or as Terry is hitting 100%, because right when Terry gets to 100%, you have that go meter and you have access to much more powerful moves that you can combo into.
To your point, got that KO at a critical time. Zero Suit Samus still staying alive. Shu able to get back on the stage. Has been dominant with Zero Suit Samus, and so far doing a great job of just staying alive. You know those hits are going to be even more impactful now.
Yeah, and look at the percentage right here, 138, and still being more on the offensive end. Very offensively minded player, and that's what I was talking about before we even started things. When you're off stage, it can be so difficult. You're going to get back, but you are getting taxed 82%. Can we even survive to get to 100 so that go meter can even be a potential comeback mechanic? I'm not so sure about it right now.
We're getting close to the go meter right now, but you don't want to flirt with any more damage. And now it is there. It is viable. Can Terry take advantage of it? Teapot just trying to take the first stock.
Right.
They do. Now it comes down. What can you do with this window here, Charles?
Yes, this go meter finally online, but where do you start the stock off stage here? Shu able to get a really good start here. Tries to combo into that down smash. Goes into the Buster Wolf. Are you okay? And that's a lot of damage.
Oh, 1-2, and all of a sudden, Teapot has completely flipped this game and taking full advantage, of that go meter.
The whole point was to open up the offense and find your opportunities. Oh, he found an abundance of them right there to make that count. That go meter, the DLC privilege right now on full display, and Shu in a lot of trouble, man. A complete 180 from the start of this thing.
Can Teapot rack up one more monstrous hit before going back to that final stock and that go meter not being available? Being patient, hanging on the ledge, trying to get back to the middle of the stage. Now creates a little bit of distance. Can be mindful of the approach. The jab approach, here it comes. And how about Teapot and what they're doing, Charles?
Oh my goodness, are you even going to survive? And just that go meter from the second stock was everything for Teapot. And man, so many Buster Wolves, so many Power Geysers, and the crazy thing about Go Meter, you don't really need to take the stock with it. You can just combo from your jabs into all of these moves just for damage to get them into percent for the Power Geyser to take the KO. Very well played there, and just didn't even lose that second stock. Teapot really showing how good they are on this character, and I mean, in my opinion, the favorite to win this tournament, getting the first game on them. Amazing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that was 3 stocks in a row from that go meter.
Yeah, go meter literally was the 1, 2, 3. Like, it was insanity because Shu dominated so convincingly in the early parts of that match. You didn't think that was like, okay, you thought, okay, go meter will definitely help assist a potential comeback. You don't expect it to turn into a complete one-sided domination. That was amazing from Teapot.
So Shu coming in, many people thought would be the heavy favorite in the Southwest region, loses the first game, and now Teapot with Terry, that go meter. You've seen the full potential. What adjustment, Charles, do you think we'll see from Shu here in this second game in a much smaller stage?
We're going to have to see these edge guards really come through here for Shu. That's the main thing that Teapot should be struggling with, and that's the main reason why this matchup can be tough, because if you are getting edge guard, you're probably not even getting to that 100% mark in general, right? So we'll see if Shu can really keep the go meter under control, because that's when Terry fully gets unlocked.
Teapot doing a fine job so far, building the lead and just getting back onto stage. Some of these recovery options and turning your defense into offense,
Oh, yeah, 100%. And understanding, okay, this is what it's going to take to get the W. You know, you got to have a lot of times, Jordan, I say you got to have a short memory, and you got to just put that first game behind you and get right back in the saddle. And love the fact it's so evenly matched between these two on game number 2. We saw an onslaught in the first one, but now we're seeing a back-and-forth type match. Those are my favorites.
Here is the go meter ready to roll. The question is, Teapot able to recover, and all of a sudden Shu an untimely KO, and that's going to put Shu in a very difficult situation. You were not anticipating the SD essentially there, Charles.
Yeah, that up special not going to get all the way back to the ledge. I like the idea from Shu, but you got to watch the shield as well. The go meter is online. A lot of different shield break setups that Terry has as well, and it looks like Teapot really opting for this low recovery. When you go ahead and hold down on the rising tackle before you do it, you can go ahead and get that intangibility on the way up, and I think Teapot doing an incredible job of utilizing that for these very safe low recoveries, but finally the Plasma Whip coming through here for Shu, evening things up 2 stocks apiece.
Last game, we saw Teapot take 3 stocks with the go meter. This time around, just 10% EE. A completely different script this time, and that bodes very well for Shu.
Oh, if you're Shu, you're just like, okay, good, excellent. I've mitigated the damage at a point where I know this character is at their most deadly. Now I just need to go ahead and make sure, kind of do a similar first stock to what I did in that first game where I just obliterated it, had a controlling lead, let it slip away, but this time not trying to let that be the case. But I can definitely tell, just given the nature of this stage, Jordan, they're forced to be in a little bit more close quarters. Shu cannot utilize the acrobatics of ZSS as much to kind of escape some of these tricky corner situations, so more of a brawl is just kind of due.
And right now, Charles, we're just seeing a little bit of dancing back and forth. Nobody's really been dominant. They're just kind of chipping away at one another.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, if you're Terry, this is exactly what you want, because if you're just chipping back and forth, the chances of you losing the stock at around 100%, not too great here. So Shu trying to find this big opening, but Teapot really forcing these trades back and forth. We'll see if Shu can do something here. Teapot back to the ledge, gets back up, and now Shu still laying down the pressure. The forwarder connects, but tries to get the cross-stage Buster Wolf, not going to connect.
Teapot at that go meter, gets hit against the side of the stage, can't recover, and Shu has been masterful EE as far as extinguishing the flames of the go.
Not at all hesitating when those opportunities are presenting themselves. That's the thing against the Shoto character. You cannot let opportunities slip through your fingers, and Shu, I think she recognizes that, understands, okay, that first game really got away from me. I can't let that be the case again, but 1-2, there it is.
Teapot, excellent comeback here to make it an interesting situation on the final stock. 61% to 0. Shu has the advantage, but for Teapot, you're inching closer to that go meter. Teapot with a win would advance to winner's final. Shu trying to push it to a 3rd game. So far, we're seeing a little bit more patience from Shu, it seems like, Charles.
Yeah, doesn't want to really give Terry this opportunity. Terry can pretty much combo into anything in the set here, but the neutral, the burning knuckle.
Not enough, though. Not enough.
Wow, that combo string almost got the KO so early. Man, I don't know. Now Shu has offstage. Maybe he can get the edge guard, the downer to end everything.
Oh, Shu using the soul of one to send Terry down to the depths. And Shu picking up game 2 that sets up a game 3. And that was thrilling back and forth. Some risky plays off stage, but Shu was very confident about their positioning here, Charles. That down air is going to close things out if I can.
Yeah, and I even mentioned earlier before that Teapot was going for a lot of these low recoveries and using that intangibility if you charge that rising tackle, right? But if you get to Terry before the rising tackle comes up and you get the double jump while you're trying to set that up, Shu doing exactly that with the down air. Incredible call out to extend this set to the final game.
Let's get set for some Pokemon Stadium 2 action, and there was no hesitation from both fighters to get back into this 3rd game. And what do you make of this stage counter pick here, EE?
Well, I would say that, you know, going Stadium here, I actually like it because it's not a tri-plat, it's not a stage without platforms. You have your 2 right on each side. Easy to really play around, and something I think ZSS would much prefer in a situation like this. But I'm going to be honest with you, that last game, that final KO showed me that Shu, desperation mode has set in, because she did not want to see Terry back on stage for another neutral exchange, and maybe you can see just why, because at the moment, Teapot in firm control, throwing out those power waves, keeps some distance between them.
Yeah, it's built a sizable lead, and now it's just a matter of Shu trying to practice that patience from before. But it's Teapot that has much more real estate to work with here, Charles.
Yeah, and Teapot doing a really great job of spacing out these power dunks. If you space them out at the right height, you actually auto-cancel them, so you can go ahead and go right in the shield. Or we've seen Teapot going for the more aggressive option, falling out of the rising tackle, though. That would have got the stock.
Yep.
Yeah, very surprising miss there. Had the setup, wasn't able to close the drill though. Gets hit with the stun. Now just trying to find a little bit of an opportunity. But here's the dangerous thing here, EE. You're about to go while Shu is at 137.
Yes, indeed, and that could be tremendous. And there it is. Okay, if we can recover solidly, it can be anybody's game. I love the fact going for the boost kick. Just, again, making those risky plays off stage to try and get the KO, but it does not pay off. And now you have a very angry Terry and some go meter to accompany this.
Yeah, and this is where Teapot has to make it count here, Charles. If you want to create some distance in this game, you've got to connect on some solid hits with this go while you're up 1 stock.
trying to take it not as much damage as possible, but any jab or nair connecting going to go right into these go meter moves, but not going to fully connect, falling out of that second hit of the Buster Wolf. That's a huge break here for Shu, but still taking 57%.
Shu now just trying to find any opening to get this KO and try and just cool down Terry. And if you're Teapot, how aggressive are you looking to be here, EE?
If you're Teapot, it's just like at this point, throw caution to the wind. 134, you've already put on the triple digits onto Shu on her second stock. Oh my good, well, take it down to the final one. Teapot, short and stout, showing you what he's all about. Come on now.
Teapot, 134. Go meters going. You've got another connection here on Shu, trying to take down one of the Titans in the Southwest. Can Teapot close it out? Shu has got to find a KO however they can, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, and Buster Wolf after Buster Wolf connecting here, doing so much damage. The go meter still online, 150%. The other Buster Wolf does not connect here, but this could be another Buster Wolf for 104. The damage just keeps rolling in, Jordan.
We might have the biggest upset of the day coming through right now. Teapot is steaming. Yes, it is served. Unbelievable. 3-0 in Game 3. Teapot takes down Shu. That's the favorite. And now all of a sudden it gets interesting here, EE. That go meter, I'm telling you, being able to execute the way that they did. Second time we've seen here today, 3 stocks on the same go meter.
Go meter is so deceptive because it comes at such a later point in the stock, right? When you're in those triple digits. So you're thinking, okay, yeah, it'll be a threat momentarily and I'll be able to clear it out. It's not as easy as it seems because you see when Terry gets to that point, everything links to another hit and those hits do so much damage. And before you know it, you're just getting tossed off. Those KOs are coming in abundance and you really just can't slow down the momentum that Terry does gain. That is why that character can be just so devastating. Teapot did an excellent job displaying that.
Let's check out the bracket. Wow. Teapot shocking the Southwest, the victory over Shu, and that sets up our winners final. Lisa with Joker and Teapot with Terry, a DLC duel that we're getting set for to find out who will go to grand finals. You look at this on paper here, Joker versus Terry. Charles, any initial thoughts on this type of matchup?
I mean, it's going to be the same kind of weaknesses Terry had for that Shu matchup, right? The Zero Suit. I mean, Joker, another character that can go off stage when you have the guns off stage, especially when you point the guns down off stage. Very, very strong. Joker has extremely good back airs as well off stage, and you have the counter. All things that really difficult for Terry to fight, but Teapot found a way to get on the stage against Shu. I'm pretty sure Teapot can do the same thing versus Lisa.
It's going to be exciting, this matchup between Go Meter, Arsene.
Yep.
How does either player utilize that, the timing of it, and so it'll be fascinating as we get set. But Lisa and Teapot for a spot in the grand finals as we get set, ready to roll. It was Teapot that utilized some unbelievable comebacks against Shu in their previous set, but here we are as we get set early on. Both fighters, middle of the stage, EE just trying to establish dominance.
And yeah, and where Lisa, at a couple points, was able to maybe get away with not necessarily capitalizing on the use of Arsene against Fire, that is not something you can afford against Teapot, especially if Teapot has Go Meter online. Utilizing everything, all those tools Joker has in the arsenal is imperative to getting this W.
Teapot snapping back up onto stage, down throw followed up by a couple of hits, and already a nice little combo coming out here from Lisa, but so far it's pretty even, Charles.
And Teapot doing a great job utilizing all the different specials, and we're even seeing the power wave stall, of course the jab power dunk. Very iconic combo here for Terry in Ultimate. Does a ton of damage, can get the KO, but great DI away and great parry as well. Teapot's defense and recovery has been phenomenal.
Yeah, Teapot surviving this Arsene moment for a while, trying to send Joker and their boy off the stage. And with no Arsene, how is Lisa going to recover at this point? Because Teapot in full control, EE.
Yeah, it really is just absolutely, really just hammering in a lot of these big-time hits. I see Lisa on the offensive, but what I need to see is KOs coming in from Lisa. Those back airs, very powerful, but Jordan at the same time can be a little predictable if you keep doing them in the same succession. Rising tackle, that is going to certainly be enough, and the Go Meter will accompany.
As I said, it was go time, like you pointed out. And so now Teapot, what can you do here with a one-stock advantage? As we saw before in that matchup against Shu, this is where you created some separation. Can Lisa outrun Terry at this point? So far has done a nice job, Charles, of avoiding a lot of contact.
And again, this is where Teapot really shines, because if you can hold on to this go meter, that's when Teapot really cashes out in terms of damage. And again, these power dunks very well spaced. What's the recovery? Goes for the power dunk, saves the double jump, gets back on the stage, and Arsene making his debut, kind of stalling out and not really helping Lisa there on that edge guard.
So you've got the go versus the Arsene. This is exactly what we talked about, EE.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see it make it count. Second time we're seeing Arsene, and finally going to have an impact. I love that. Use the counter, because it's going to be able to kind of catch the rising part of that recovery, which is really good. A lot of coverage on that, and Lisa knowing that spectacular usage.
Oh, yeah,
Excellent
one of the best
read.
counters in the game.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you saw that up B coming in for the recovery, you knew you were going to take a quick little hit from that counter, and so now it's up to Teapot trying to dunk Lisa off the stage. Can't get it right there. Saw the power wave off the side of the stage. How about the reversal, Charles?
Man, these power wave stalls off stage. Now, if you're tearing, you use power wave in the air, you go ahead and stall a little bit and throw that projectile. And I just love the creative usage coming out from Teapot, both offense and defensively. Saw the stage spike from the fair. Man, Teapot is really taking this character to the limit.
Obviously, Arsene out at this point, but that's not going to slow down Teapot. Teapot trying to step on the gas as much as they can, but so far we're seeing a better use of Arsene here. Doesn't yield a KO, though, EE.
Yeah, it certainly did not, unfortunately, for Lisa. And this is big, nice, go high. Great recovery. The routes that Teapot is electing to take are so good. And then maybe the scariest thing on this screen that we continue to see is that go meter being online. And I'm afraid, Lisa, you're offline. See ya.
Teapot, go meter. Say no more as Teapot picks up game one and getting that much closer to grand finals. And as we said, who was going to use their mechanic to the best here, Charles? And, you know, both players did a decent job, but at the end of the day, that go meter is just out there so much more consistently. It doesn't really have that finite timer on it like Arsene does.
Right, you get it a bit later, but the thing is, you are rewarded if you have incredible defense, because like you said, Jordan, there is no timer. As long as you're 100 plus, you're good to go. And because of that, we see Teapot hold onto these stocks for so long. Terry has a lot of weight in terms of just being heavy compared to the rest of the roster. So if you can't get the edge guard, Terry's going to stick around for quite a bit of time.
And here's the interesting thing, EE. The counter pick on the stage is Yoshi's story. That is where Teapot lost game two as well.
That's fair.
Here comes Teapot right now at the disadvantage. It has been Lisa that's taken the early lead in this first stock.
I would say, though, I do like Terry on this stage just, again, because of the smaller blast zones that can be very, very effective, especially when Go Meter is present. Here comes Go Meter right now. Now, obviously, Teapot, a lot of work to do right now, but we've seen Teapot come back from disadvantage and fight, you know, kind of from underneath. This is not any unfamiliar territory, but finally, the combo game of Lisa seems to start to click right now. I'm seeing a lot of good hits.
Go Meter on hold right now at the moment for Teapot, just trying to make good use of it, but can't find that opening. Like you said, has not been able to get to the middle of the stage and establish dominance. However, gets a big connection there. Here comes Arsene, though. It's a battle of each character's factor here. Who's going to get it? Teapot, not enough. Arsene certainly helping out, keeping Lisa alive there.
No doubt about that, but for how long? Okay, nice. The back air going to clear out that stock and clear out the Go Meter, so that is tremendous. Now, can we use these final embers of Arsene to really do some damage? Absolutely. 31 tacked on with no problem. This is what I want to see out of Lisa. Utilize everything that Arsene does grant you. Playing pretty fearless right now, Jordan, and it's working out nicely.
Yeah, that was the turning point of the match there. Just able to use Arsene to get the KO, rack up nearly 60% of damage, and it's going to be a matter of Teapot able to get Lisa off the top of the screen, and so now it makes it on their second stock. However, you've got the disadvantage. You're down 77.9 to 0. Teapot trying to drop down, but as you pointed out, the combos coming out from Lisa just connecting at a much more consistent rate.
Yeah, it's interesting that I'm seeing Lisa play so much more fluid at the moment, but I tell you what, it couldn't have come at a better time. Love that drifting down to get that back air. Such a potent and powerful edge guarding tool, and Lisa finding the perfect opportunity to execute on that. And now Teapot, a lot of room to work if he wants to avoid this game number 3.
Teapot unable to do anything with that Go Meter, and you have to credit Lisa for snuffing out those flames in this second game. Lisa in full control, about halfway to Arsene. Teapot really at a disadvantage up on those higher plats against Lisa as well. Can't really drop down and find any type of safe footing.
Not at all. It's kind of funny though. We did see Teapot almost in a similar situation against Shu in that winner's semis round, but I don't know. It seems like Lisa far more engaged, and of course Arsene just such a bully at times, trying to utilize that. Love it, coming over the top with the back air, searching for another one, just relentless on the attack, determined to make this Arsene meter count, despite Go meter posing a threat with Terry.
Can Arsene get the KO? Yes, they do, and Lisa evens it up at 1 game each as we get set for game 3. And I don't know if it was the stage or if it was the adjustment in play style. You saw a much more aggressive and a much more consistent Lisa in that game too.
It was 100% the fact that those combo routes were finally clicking and connecting for Lisa. Now, maybe Yoshi's was a catalyst to that, so we'll be interested to see if that kind of consistency continues in game number 3. But I'm telling you, if Lisa can summons up that kind of performance again, could be booking a trip in the grand finals.
And that'll be interesting what the counter pick will be coming out this time around from Teapot. Do you go to a stage that's got a little bit more space, fewer plats, give yourself some more room to work around? We saw that when they had the counter pick in their previous matchup against Shu. And here you go. Thoughts on this one?
Well, you know what? I actually kind of I like this for both characters, because again, you're going to see that middle platform really be utilized on both ends. I think it's going to benefit probably Terry a little bit more if we're looking for a little bit of safe haven, but time will tell on that one. I'm really looking for Teapot to get an early jump here on the percentage lead. That is something that he was not able to utilize in the previous match and ended up costing him a lot. So here's Arsene, but Arsene,
that is big time for Teapot.
What are you doing down there, Arsene? What are you doing down there? We need you up top, all right?
Wings are meant to fly, not sink. And now all of a sudden it's a 3-2 stock lead, just 19% racked up so far for Teapot. That is how you start a game 3.
It really is, Jordan. And, you know, it's something to be said when you drop a stock within the first 30 seconds. That can definitely take the wind out of your sails, or in this case, the feathers off those wings of Arsene. And he was certainly not doing any flying to survive on that first stock. But look at this, man. It's not even a matter of the go meter being involved right now, by the way. Terry is at 36% and has firmly lapped you in stocks and percent. This is a bad look for Lisa right now.
And how about Teapot and just the consistent recovery we've seen game after game?
Yep.
It's a very technical recovery as well, too. So many pieces have to come together to get back on the stage.
Yeah, I mean, I got to credit Teapot a lot. Great composure here in a great position. Dash attack from Arsene. Gonna force Terry to go a little bit higher than that. Ooh, maybe overreaching a little bit, dropping that shield. Gonna allow that back air to connect. Arsene back air, one of the strongest finishers in the game for sure. And now Lisa maybe seeing a little bit of light at the end of this dark tunnel.
Yeah, you would have loved if Teapot could have stalled out Arsene just a little bit more with that stock advantage. And now, all of a sudden, Arsene, Lisa, they've racked up 71% on the second stock. Will this be enough? Yes, it will, to take off the second one. Now it's down to the final stock for Lisa. Teapot trying to get their way into grand finals. Get back on the stage with that up B, so important as far as their recovery. Down throw can't follow up with it, though.
And I actually love that, too. Waited out the Rebels guard so he wouldn't get any additional Arsene meter as well. That was very smart from Teapot. Arsene going to make her appearance nonetheless, but you are seeing not having that great impact just yet. The counter right there, but not as effective when Terry is not recovering.
Go meter out for Teapot. Can they close it out? That doesn't get it. Misses with the down B. Connects right here. Will this be enough? Yes! Sends Lisa and Arsene sailing, and Teapot heads into grand finals. One of the surprises as far as what we saw in that first game against Shu. However, Teapot, Terry, go meter, that is a winning formula that we have seen game after game so far in this short part of the tournament.
Winning formula for sure. Losing formula way too aggressive with those counter attempts. Lisa, I understand Arsene counter, you know, a Joker Arsene counter, very powerful, but you have Arsene in general, should be going for some combinations, should be going for some ledge traps, get him off stage, take advantage of that recovery, make some good predictions, and that is where you could have had your bread and butter. Unfortunately, though, was not meant to be. And Teapot, the surprise of this bracket so far, Jordan, books a trip to grand finals.
Well, let's check out the most recent bracket as Teapot takes down Shu, takes down Lisa, and now in the grand finals we'll await the traffic in the loser's side of the bracket, but a lot of excitement over the last 3 sets that we saw. And for more on some of that excitement, we go ahead and send it over to Charles, who is standing by on the telestrator. Charles, pretty exciting winner's side of the bracket that we saw so far.
Oh, absolutely. So many upsets and so many different plays. And of course, I'm going to bring up Teapot versus Shu. This is game 2 of the set. Here I'm going to play Teapot almost stealing this game away just from getting a really, really early KO, but almost gets it. Shu barely survives and comes back with an edge guard. We'll see this beautiful combo here from Teapot as we play this clip forward. Trying to recover high here. Great catch with the crack shoot, just going right to the ledge, getting that neutral air into the burning knuckle. And of course, the stage is so small. You actually think that Shu is going to lose the stock here, but Shu able to persevere and get back onto the stage to try and set up this edge guard. And once Shu gets this combo string, Shu is very afraid of the go meter. So goes for a really all-in edge guard. It's pretty much as all-in as you can get because Shu goes ahead and ends this edge guard with the down air, which is pretty much going to be able to end the stock. We can go ahead and pause it here and just rewind it a little bit back here. So as we can see, Terry wants to set up in this lower area for the recovery, right? Because Terry, throughout this entire set, we saw Teapot going low, setting up the charge on the rising tackle. When you charge and you hold down before you go into the up special for the rising tackle, you get some intangibility to go ahead and get to the ledge very safely, and you're invincible the whole time, which is going to protect you from these hitboxes. Shu has adapted this entire time and knows that if you go ahead and strike Terry before the charge happens, you can avoid all of that. The only way you can do that, though, is going for the down air, and if this misses, well, no surprise, Zero Suit is going to lose the stock first, but Shu executing very well here, getting this set into the game 3. Go ahead and finish off the clip here. Beautiful down air to end everything. Does not give enough time for Teapot to go ahead and go into that up B. So very well played coming out from Shu there. Fantastic tournament so far. We've had so many upsets, so many great smash. We're going to take a quick break, so stay tuned.